Okay, so this is my week 3 reflection video for our immersion, and honestly, I think I've done more sleeping this week than I have in my whole life. I'm just going to be honest. The meditation, when we started the laying down meditations with Reggie Ray this week, the first time I was listening, I was getting something out of it. But eventually I found myself falling asleep, and I really wanted to focus on meditation, but I couldn't because I kept falling asleep. And it was honestly irritating me every time I fell asleep because I wasn't trying to fall asleep, but that would just be the outcome every time we would meditate. So I was just like, okay, what am I supposed to do about that? And so anytime I would try to fix it, or we would start with a laying down meditation, I would always be asleep. And I would just be like, what is going on with me that I just keep sleeping during the day like this? Because on Friday, we had planned to do a meditation, but we were talking for so long that I just went to sleep, like, that very moment. And when I woke up, I felt really bad because I felt like I was being disrespectful because other people were, like, talking. But at the same time, like, the point of the meditation was not to talk. And then we just kept talking. And I was just like, well, I don't really want to contribute. That sounds rude, but I didn't really want to contribute to the conversation because I didn't want the talk to go longer than what it needed to be already. And if it would have gone on any longer, we probably wouldn't have gotten anything done. So, meditation for this week wasn't really that productive for me, at least. For other people it was. But for me, it really wasn't. Even though I tried to be. So I was disappointed in myself with meditation because I would always be trying to do things that I was supposed to do and it wasn't working. It was just either I was thinking too much about it and then it was just making my head hurt and I was falling asleep, or I just wasn't in it. So meditation for this week has been overall very bad for me. But because we've had, like, the snow day, that kind of took away from us being able to do anything. And it's been so cold that we haven't really been able to do archery. But the one thing is, after we finished with our one day of archery, we came back in because it was so cold. That was the problem. But I still found something fun about it. Even though I was cold and freezing, I was still having fun doing it. Yes, I wish we could do it in a warmer climate, but that's not going to happen right now since it wants to be below 0 degrees all of a sudden. But, other than archery, that's been fine. And then we started watching The Matrix, and I am, like, in love with that movie. And for me, it kind of opened my eyes to make me kind of see that maybe we all have a fate, kind of. In a way, that's basically the way The Matrix was saying that, like, Neo had a fate of saving the real world, because the Matrix was like a fake place where basically everything was just fake. Everything was fake, but people didn't know it was fake because they were hooked up to these machines to be used as energy and all this stuff, and it was just very complicated. But what I got out of that movie is I'm set for something. Either way, like, regardless, I'm going to go somewhere, and I feel like if I can get out of my mind and out of my body, I could probably accomplish more than what I ever thought I could, which is a really good thing. And I just want to be able to get more out of my comfort zone so that I can experience more things that can better me and help me in the long run. Because the more experience I get, the better a person I can become, because either I made a mistake and I can learn from it, or I did something good and I can keep doing that and more positive things can come out of it. So The Matrix was kind of like a life changer for me. So I really like that movie. We tried to get Mr. Squires to let us watch the rest of the series, but that just didn't happen. So overall this week, it was a good week. I was happy with everything that happened. There was more of kind of like a flow. So it was a good week for the most part, other than meditation. So thank you.